Good morning, everyone. Today I will talk about gastroretentive drug delivery system. So in today's video I will be covering about these contents: introduction of gastroretentive drug delivery system, its advantages, limitations, what are the various factors that are affecting gastroretentive drug delivery system, appropriate candidate for the drugs for gastroretentive drug delivery system, various approaches, and finally the conclusion of this whole slide. Now, before starting with the gastroretentive drug delivery system, I just want to give you a brief introduction about drug delivery system. So, a drug delivery system is defined as a formulation or device that enables a therapeutic substance to selectively reach its site of action without reaching to the non-target sites. Drug delivery system is being carried out in liposomes, nanoparticles, niosomes, transdermal drug delivery, implants, microencapsulations, and there are so other also. Now talking about the route of administration, there are so many routes like oral route, topical route, parenteral route, inhalation, transdermal. So among all these routes, oral route is the most common route to the systemic circulation because it is having some advantages like easiest way of administration, low cost of drug, patient compliance and flexibility in formulation. So because of all these advantages, oral route is most preferred and it is widely used in pharmaceutical field to treat the disease. Now there are some drugs which needs to be absorbed at the specific site only, otherwise it will lead to the toxic effects in the body. So gastroretentive drug delivery system is one of the approaches to prolong gastric retention time, thereby targeting site specific drug release in the stomach for local or systematic effects. For example, in case of stomach cancer, if we are giving a drug that is site specific or a targeted form of drug, it will give the better results as compared to the non-specific one, because the non-specific one will lead to many toxic effects in the body. It is obtained by retaining dosage form into stomach and drug is being released at controlled manner at a specific site. Now, talking about the advantages of gastroretentive drug delivery system. So first, it enhances bioavailability as there are some drugs which will give the better bioavailability if they are absorbed at particular site. For example, there are drugs like riboflavin, levodopa. So these drugs are having better absorption in the upper part of the GIT. So in case if we are making it in gastroretentive drug delivery system, it will give better bioavailability. The another advantage is sustained drug delivery and reduced frequency of dosing. That if we are making it in gastroretentive drug delivery form, so it will give its effect for a long time as compared to the another one. Another is targeted therapy for local elements in the upper GIT. So, the targeted delivery of the drugs at the upper part of the GIT, making it suitable for the local treatment of the diseases. For example, antacids, anti-ulcer drugs, antibacterial drugs for H. pylori infection. Now, the another advantage is reduced fluctuation of dose concentration. Another is suitable for the drugs which degrade in the intestine or colon. Example is ranitidine hydrochloride. Another advantage is reduced counteractivity of the body. Another is extended effective concentration, and also it minimizes adverse effects at the colon. Another advantage is that it is also suitable for the drugs which are having pH dependent absorption from the stomach. For example, diazepam, Proxetil. So these are some drugs which needs to be absorbed in the GIT because of its pH dependent nature. Now, talking about the limitations of gastroretentive drug delivery system, it is not suitable for the drugs which are not stable in acidic environment. It is not suitable for the drugs which are absorbed better in the lower part of the GIT. Difficulty to attain the desired outcome and problem of the dose dumping. Another limitation is gastric retention is influenced by many factors. For example, gastric motility, pH, presence of food. So all these factors needs to be considered while making a gastroretentive drug delivery system. Poor in vitro and in vivo correlation, higher cost of formulation, retrieval of drug is difficult in case of toxicity, poisoning or hypersensitivity reactions. Now there are some factors as I told you earlier also which affects the gastroretentive drug delivery system, and all these factors needs to be considered while making a gastroretentive drug delivery system. Fed or fast state of the drug, size, density and shape of the dosage form. In the further slides I will explain you about the approaches. So in that, the density, shape and size of the dosage form is very much important while making a gastroretentive drug delivery system. So there are some drugs also that delays the gastric emptying, so it will either enhance or delay the drug bioavailability of the drug. So the drugs like atropine delays the gastric emptying, while the prokinetic agents like metoclopramide enhances the gastric emptying time. So this thing also needs to be considered while making a gastroretentive drug delivery system. There are some biological factors like gender, posture, age, sleep, body mass index, physical activity, disease states like if a person is suffering from diabetes or from any other disease. So all these factors needs to be considered while making a gastroretentive drug delivery system. Now, talking about the appropriate candidate drugs for gastroretentive drug delivery system, drugs acting locally in the stomach. So these will be a better candidate for the gastroretentive drug delivery system. For example, antacids and drugs for H. pylori. The example of drug is misoprostol. Another appropriate candidate is the drugs that are primarily absorbed in the stomach. For example, amoxicillin. Another is drugs that is poorly soluble at alkaline pH, for example furosemide, diazepam, etc. Another one is drugs with a narrow absorption window, for example cyclosporin, levodopa. So all these drugs are better candidate for the formulation of gastroretentive drug delivery system. So this is about the introduction, advantages, limitations of gastroretentive drug delivery system. In our next class, I will explain about the different approaches of gastroretentive drug delivery system. Thank you.